And here we are.
Welcome to the Friday edition. This is February 27th. Mark it down on the calendar. It is going to be a big day today.
That's right. Welcome back to John and Gordy's Media World. That's John Peterson. I'm Gordy Young. You can always find everything we're up to at johnandgordy.com. That's the place to go. So here we are again, and it's Friday. Looking big weekend ahead of us.
We've opted to keep a few things private. Okay, so we're not telling everybody everything, you know.
No.
I do want to at least mention here that yesterday, or the broadcast we did yesterday, our very first broadcast,
Yes.
We got the swearing on the air thing out of the way, right?
Right.
Now we don't have to do it anymore because, you know, we're two radio guys not on the radio anymore. We're streaming, but at the same time, we can swear as much as we want, but we're not going to do it, right?
But we've been trained to not swear for like 47 years.
Yes.
So it's a hard habit to break. And plus, this is still a family show.
It still is, yes.
Yeah. So we want to keep it mostly clean. But every once in a while, there might be a word here or
It's
there.
the S word that we will allow.
That's right.
On our show. All right.
What about the BS word? Is that
No, that's good too. No,
okay.
That's good.
All right. Well, good. All right. Well,
that's
good.
approved by the John and Gordy Media World fan club.
Okay. Well, good to
It
know.
includes two people so far. So.
So far, so good.
Yeah.
So
and who best to swear on the stream than
what? Then who? What? James Carville?
Yes.
We played that.
James Carville.
I think we should have that cut handy all the time. We'll have to trim it up a little bit. And,
go
to it every once in a while.
Just go to the swearing.
Right. That's a good one. I mean,
well, it's pretty good. It's pretty tame, right?
Yeah. All right.
Well,
we're off and running. And
yes.
By the way, just go to johnandgordy.com. Tell your friends, everybody you know, share it, like it, promote it. And there you can find our YouTube videos, like this live broadcast or almost live cast will be on YouTube, on our YouTube page and also on our Facebook page. So check it out. And also, you can send us an email or you can do a voice note. Just go to johnandgordy.com, scroll down to the red stripe. You'll be able to see the place where you just push a button. You can record a brief message to us. It goes right to our email. Then we can share it on the air.
Yeah.
So pretty cool.
I want to get to the first story here, and that is that Warner Brothers looks like it's going to be purchased by Paramount.
Oh, boy. This is a big deal.
This was not expected. We are a little surprised by this. Netflix really had a good bid in there, but then there was a higher bid by the Ellisons, and now they are pretty much on their way to buying this. And with the approval of Trump.
Yes, that's what I was just going to say. It all had to be approved by the king.
Right.
The Mad King.
And Netflix angered our Mad King. And it didn't look good for Netflix to get this buyout approved. So now we're going to see CNN. At CNN, you mentioned earlier to me today that they're panicking over there. They're thinking everybody's going to get cleared out. Right?
Yes. In fact, there's a headline on one of the news services that just says CNN braces for Ellison's control. They're all panicking there.
Yeah.
They don't know. Apparently, a lot of people may, be shown the door, and we know what that's like. But that's the big headline. They could lose a lot of people, and they could change the makeup of CNN.
I fear that a lot of the old shows from Warner Brothers will no longer be available to everyone, even on the ad-supported streaming networks out there, like Rawhide and Cheyenne.
Oh boy, yeah,
right. I mean, all these old programs.
Yes. I hate to see those go.
Yeah.
You wouldn't want to.
Everything out there. So anyway, Warner Brothers is definitely going to be purchased now by the Ellisons, the Paramount Network, and CNN goes along with that. Sadly. And this is really a panicky day. I told you that many times on our old radio show that this is the time where the billionaires are going to attempt to take over everything. And they actually are at this point.
There's nothing stopping them now.
Yes.
And the panic at CNN is right now off the charts, according to insiders there. They're just running around with their hair on fire,
That's
getting their
right.
resumes ready and getting ready to hit the road.
So, what kind of programming do you expect to hear and see on these channels?
Yeah, good question.
What's going to happen at Warner Brothers when they make their movies or even TV shows for that matter? Paramount is going to make some TV shows. What can we expect?
I have no idea.
FCC Chair Brendan Carr seems to have a really good idea of what we should be seeing on our television screen.
Why should he? He really isn't. He's supposed to be a regulator. He's not supposed to talk about programming.
He is not supposed to talk about
what should be suggested.
What should be seen and not seen.
Right.
Yeah, he's proactive in all of this. He's an activist,
right,
so to speak. And I want to play a little cut from Brendan. I think this is something that we all should be really wary of. And I'm going to interrupt this cut every once in a while here and just explain some of what we need to know. This is from Fox News. Let's check out with Brendan Carr.
Meanwhile, America is approaching its 250th birthday. Many patriots are seeking ways to celebrate the patriotism now spreading to on-air broadcasts. Sure. Mr. Chairman, you announced your Pledge America campaign, encouraging broadcasters to air more pro-America content, such as starting each day with the Star-Spangled Banner
that's what we need.
or the Pledge of Allegiance. Tell us more. What kind of a response are you getting?
Wait a second.
We're in the midst of a great...
Now, that kind of reminds me of the old days. Right,
that was at the end of the day they played the national anthem, right?
Well, yes, but sometimes early in the morning, when they turned on the transmitters, they sometimes would play the national anthem.
Let's go back to that.
An old version of the, it was like a 16 millimeter film that had scratches, and splices
all over the place, little pieces chipped out.
Right. In black and white.
All right, let's hear what Brendan has to say.
Period of time here in D.C., a great revival, the golden age. Just this week, we had the State of the Union where President Trump, truly the political colossus of our time, showed the American people.
Wait a minute, I can't.
The political colossus.
Never heard that quite said about Trump. And that's from the FCC chair who is supposed to be neutral on everything. I guess he's not.
No, not even close.
Okay, here we go.
Exactly why he's delivering these great results. Prices are down. Broadband prices are down 8 to 9%.
Why is he talking about the economy? He's in charge of the FCC.
Right.
This is broadcast networks over the air. Oh, my gosh. Let's keep going.
Cell phone prices are down off Biden-era highs, and we're launching a Pledge America campaign at the FCC, which allows broadcasters to air pro-America patriotic programming to celebrate the country's 250th birth. The reaction has been interesting. Many broadcasters have embraced it. Some on the left push back. Apparently, they have a problem with patriotic pro-America programming, but it's
you know why we may have a problem with that is because we're not as insecure as the MAGAs and Republicans are about this country and how patriotic people are.
Right.
They seem to worry about that. We need that reinforcement all the time to make sure that everybody's still patriotic, right?
Exactly. Yeah. They think patriotism belongs only to them.
Yes.
Yeah. And the left is not patriotic. We don't we don't embrace the flag. We burn the flag on the left. We don't salute the troops when they, come on.
Yes, all of that.
I think there's plenty of Democrats and Republicans in the military. It's not just it's not just Republicans in the military. It's everybody's in.
Except the candidates that are Democrats, they don't necessarily take out their assault rifles and shoot a picture of their opponent.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. We don't do that for some reason. Or maybe we should start. Okay, let's continue with Brendan Carr.
It's a good opportunity for broadcasters to let their viewers know exactly where they stand.
It's just incredible that we actually need the FCC to remind viewers and
Yes, it is quite incredible to have the FCC remind viewers of being patriotic to this country and to Mad King Don.
Yeah,
as we often
it's incredible because it shouldn't be happening.
That's right. That's exactly right.
Remind the people who are programming to put beautiful patriotism on their airwaves. But you're right. You've got pockets of the country that are pushing back on this, even as we know that this is the greatest country in the world and the freest country in the world.
Stop it.
Here we go.
I got to tell you that here's the thing. This actually sounds like a really bad plot for a B movie about media. This is like idiocracy too.
Right. Yes.
And it should be.
Uh-huh.
All right.
You know, maybe we should get a couple of American flags put down
we're
behind
looking
us.
for,
Like a gigantic American flag, like oversized.
A daily hang up here in the back wall. So
Okay. Yeah.
we'll see what happens.
All right.
Yeah, you're right. You look, we have started the FCC's open meetings that I chair with the Pledge of Allegiance. We introduced that when I took over. If you go back 50 years, there was something called the Bicentennial Minute, where broadcasters voluntarily would do a minute every day, something about the history of the country at that point in time, 200 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And I think there's a lot that we got right in media policy in the 50s and the 60s and the 70s. And I think we need to return to a lot of that.
Yeah.
Well, okay.
Well, I tend to disagree that I don't think the chair of the FCC should be involved in anything this proactive, this activist.
Right. Well, he mentioned the bicentennial minute, and this year is the 250th year of the Constitution, right?
Right.
Of the founding of the nation, 1776.
Well, it's actually
250
Trump's
years.
birthday, right?
Yeah. Well, right.
That's what we're really celebrating.
But there are going to be a lot of, you're going to see things from all sorts of networks about the 250th anniversary.
Yeah, you
of the
think they're
USA.
not going to do something?
I mean, come on, everybody's going to talk about that, and plus it sells money, it sells advertising.
It really does.
It sells, so left, right, and center, they're going to all team up on the 250th year of the good old USA.
This just sounds very scary.
Yeah.
It sounds like things aren't going to go well in the media for us.
Well,
I mean, they have owned AM radio, which, by the way, I'm glad they're stuck with AM radio now.
right. They can have it.
They had a 92% control over AM radio station talk.
Yeah.
With conservative talk. Now they have obsolete radio stations on the AM dial, which is just fine with me.
Yeah.
We know a few people on the AM dial that see you later.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
not a whole lot of people listen to AM,
no,
except for sports. Sometimes sports games are on AM. There are some successful sports channels.
And the easy way was to listen to the radio when you're driving to work and back from work.
Sure. That's
the
drive
time
time
when you really tune in. But all these
Absolutely.
if you buy a newer car, it usually comes with Sirius XM now.
Right.
So a lot of people are listening and streaming while they're going along. And that's what we've always encouraged on our old radio show. And that is to tune into the radio station and beam it into your Bluetooth car stereo and listen to us on the way in or back from work.
Now, we checked earlier today, and you can get our show on Alexa, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. You can call it up.
You just ask for John and Gordy's Media World, and it should spit it out.
Yeah. John and Gordy's Media World. That's what we call it now.
The most recent edition. So
it keeps changing, doesn't it?
Well,
we got a whole volume of them.
These are stacking up. You know, you can catch up.
Oh, they are.
Go to johnandgordy.com. And you can see a list of them there, and we'll connect you right with our older podcast.
Well, we have something else here too, and
what do you got?
So many years, so many decades, liberals have always had to put up with the right wing saying that we want to control people's lives from birth to death, that we want to tell everybody what to do, what to buy, how to buy it, what to do with their lives. That was never true. We're seeing that was more or less projection at this point, all right? Because RFK Jr. came out and he wants to change everybody's eating habits. And he's got, he thinks that he is Mr. Healthy Guy.
Really? Well, he started doing chin-ups at airports. That was kind of a thing for a couple of weeks.
Right. Yes. So now he's telling everybody how to eat and what to buy.
Really?
And I'm thinking that maybe we should listen to his latest advice. This is RFK Jr. Let's listen.
And this is true all over the country. There's a lot of good food in grocery stores that goes away. Most of the cheap cuts of meat are very inexpensive. If you buy a porterhouse steak or a strip steak, it is gonna set you back.
It is.
You can buy liver or the cheaper cuts of steak that are very, very affordable.
Okay, so
nobody likes liver.
No, they don't.
Most people.
I like liver every once in a while, but I wouldn't want to live on an organ meat. Here's the thing. Cheap meats.
Organ
You know,
meat.
Here we are, cheap meats.
Yeah.
That's what he's advising people to buy from now on. You know,
Great.
I think we can find a lot of that cheap meat in dog food.
Oh God. How about some gizzards? Can we round up some gizzards?
Yes, they're a little
What
tough,
else?
you know.
Yeah.
But
Tongue. Is tongue good? I've never actually had tongue.
I haven't had that either.
I don't think I'd.
Yeah. I actually don't want to see it.
I don't want to try it.
Yeah, I'll eat it if it's
skip it.
drenched in sauce and something, you know, like
No.
noodles.
No, I'll have salad, please. That reminds me. Did we miss I think the testicle festival? I can't remember when.
I think we missed it.
Did we? I'm gonna look that up.
I know it's in later February, isn't it?
I think so.
No,
Might be this
that,
weekend. I don't.
Is it?
Was it on a Saturday? I don't know.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, go ahead and look that up. You go ahead with.
Well, no, you look it up, and I want to get into just another area here.
Well, then
This is stunning incompetence.
Okay.
One thing we're seeing from the Trump administration is stunning incompetence. It just can't stop.
Yeah.
You know, again, and this is what they've done lately. They shot down a seemingly threatening drone. This time, one from the Border Protection Agency.
What?
So they have these drones along the border. So
Yeah.
what happened? The military said, let's shoot that thing down. It seems like it could be dangerous.
No.
The takedown prompted the Federal Aviation Administration to close additional airspace around Fort Hancock. Now, this is the second time in 2 weeks that a laser was fired in the area. The last time it was used, it was near Fort Bliss and prompted the FAA to shut down air traffic at El Paso Airport and the surrounding area. Remember, they wanted to shut down the airport for like 2 weeks or something like
Yeah.
that.
Crazy. Yes.
Wow. Now we're seeing more incompetence this time around. They did shoot down, by the way, a balloon. Now, I had seen that it was a birthday balloon, but I don't know. I think it was something else.
Okay.
So
A birthday balloon.
that's what's happening. Did you
Okay.
find the answer to our
Well, I
big
can't-
question
no.
today here?
I think it is this weekend, but I can't find the exact date on the Springfield Corners
Yes,
Testicle Festival. We went the first 2 years when we were at the old place,
we
the old
did.
station,
Yes.
representing, and they had a good crowd there and a lot of country music, a lot of pickup trucks, a few bikes. You know, good crowd though. They were very friendly. Everything. It was a fun time.
they
Pam
were
Yankee was there with her crew. It was
Yeah,
terrific.
the Midwest Farm Report.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, I think it's because they didn't know who we were.
Well,
Maybe that's why they were friendly. Yeah, we looked
maybe.
like regular Joes in our
Here we go. All right.
plaid shirts.
Yeah.
Fitting in.
Well, we were trying. Okay.
Yeah.
No, it's
yeah.
February 21st, so that we missed it.
Yeah.
Damn.
Damn.
Okay. See,
And we got
swore
to know
again.
the owner too.
Yeah, Bob. Right?
Yeah.
Bob. And when they had fun games to play and
Right.
all these like bull testicles and pig testicles, and you know, they put a lot of sauce on them and
They breaded them.
breaded them. You know, try to
Just to give you an
they're
idea.
a little tough. A little tough, I gotta
Some of
say.
these testicles are very large, so they cut them up into sections and pieces, then bread them, and then deep fry them.
Yeah.
They don't deep fry them together. They do one batch of bull testicles and then pig.
And they had other food there too. It was like a
Yeah.
big buffet.
Yes,
But
they
the-
let people eat other things.
But the
because
testicles were the main
it's-
attraction.
It's not like they are really good or anything.
But it's a fun party.
I didn't exactly
Yeah,
like
I
them.
didn't like it either.
I think they're going to have to
gonna
come up
say.
with a sharper,
Yeah.
more flavorful dip.
Well, perhaps.
Yeah.
But the band was good. You know, they had a
Oh.
country band. I
Oh,
wanna
you're going
show
to
our
debut
new-
the shirt
I
now?
wanna-
The debut of our new T-shirt. It's actually a new old T-shirt. We have updated it. I think we
How
can't.
close
No,
can
we
I
can. We can see that. Keep. Yeah, there we go. There you go. That's it.
You see,
That's our
we're gonna
old
modify it a little
radio
bit.
station T-shirt, but
Yeah.
we've taken it off and put some duct tape, red duct tape,
Yeah.
over
we're gonna-
the call letters.
We're going to print these up and we're going to make some and sell
Yeah.
them or give them away. Right?
That's right.
I think that's the plan.
Yeah.
So look for the new John and Gordy t-shirt. Well, we'll find them. You'll find them here on johnandgordy.com when we
That's
make
right.
them.
One of
We
the
haven't
big-
made them yet.
Well, they got rid of us at that radio station because we didn't have fresh voices.
You really are hung up on this.
I found it so offensive. The thing is, they're still using our voices to introduce all of the parts of their program.
Our non-fresh voices.
Yeah,
They're
our
using that's
non-fresh voices.
that's what they're using.
Right.
Well, they got to. What can they do?
Now,
They could re-record those things
w-
with other people.
we had a lot of great listeners there when we were there,
Yes.
and we hope a lot of them find us here,
Right.
streaming on the internet. But I also want to mention too that there are really two really good shows on our old radio station, which is, by the way, Civic Media. They have a network statewide,
Yes.
and a lot of people can still listen to Stephanie Miller, who's
Right.
fantastic, by the way, a very good friend. And we open
Yeah.
for their Sexy Liberal show at the Barrymore Theater here in Madison, Wisconsin, where we're broadcasting from.
Right.
And Tom Hartman, who has been around since the early days of radio
He's
for
excellent.
us. I mean,
Yeah.
Air America.
Right.
So, I mean, it was it's great to have them still out there
Mhm.
spreading their message, and I hope them all
Yeah. We wish them all the
good.
best. Yes.
Because I mean, they really have fantastic programs.
Well, yes, and we hope everybody else there at Civic Media, is able to continue the mission there.
Yes.
And
Yes.
we wish them all the best.
Even though we aren't the freshest of voices.
Right.
So they're getting all these old people.
What can we do to
syndicated old people
we
to do
need
the shows
How
for
can
them.
we refresh our voices? How can we get fresh again? What do we?
I think we should have done what Stephanie Miller does and lie about their age.
Oh, well, yeah.
Right. I mean, she's I think still 48 or something like that.
She's turned back the odometer a few times, I think. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
She's super nice, and we love her.
And Tom, I think we're all about
Yeah.
the same age.
Yeah, I think
Or
Tom
close to
Hartman's
that,
right
yeah.
in our ballpark.
Yep.
Right. Yeah. So, what else have we got today? We got something else?
Yeah, we
You
got a
want to
whole
play
bunch.
James Carville again?
you just
I-
love.
I love to hear.
What now? What if the kids are around, Gordy?
I don't care. I mean, come on.
I
You don't want to play it?
Well, I could.
No, all right. No.
You're-
We'll
you're
say-
for-
no.
now you're forcing
Well,
my
no, let's
hand
wait
now.
until next Monday.
This
Why
is
would
how
we-
it is.
We don't
can't
want to
agree
go
to
into
that.
the weekend all swearing and cursing and everything.
That's right.
If you can find it, great.
I
can't
can't find it, but
Well,
if
then forget
you
it.
could give the weather forecast for the country because we are broadcasting
Wait a second.
countrywide.
You know what? I'm going to try something here. I'm going to play.
Fair point. Meanwhile,
Oh, did you find it?
No.
Let me just try something here. There's an
Okay.
old clip here. Of course, we can't hear. It's weird that we can't hear when we play a video clip from that service from StreamYard. Why
Oh.
can't we hear that clip?
Yeah, I don't.
Do you know?
I don't know.
So I'm going to play this, and I don't know how long this is, but let's check out the weather forecast.
Hi, everybody. It's time for Andy the Hand Weather. That's me, Andy the Hand. How you doing today? You ready to have a good day? Okay. Whatever. Let's get on with the weather. But before we do, I got a little public service announcement. We're kind of going through some things in America right now and all around the world, too. But just listen to me now. Don't hoard the toilet paper, okay? What I said, I said don't hoard the toilet paper because we got enough of it around now. See, I got some right here, so we're doing okay in that department. All right, time to take a look at the weather, all right? Let's take a look coast to coast. First up in the New England and in the upper east side, they're going to have rain today on the eastern part of the country, but pretty spiffy down south. It's going to be stupid hot in Florida. I don't know which parts will be stupid and which parts will be hot, okay? But anyway, some rain in the Central Plains states, some snow up in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan. If you like snow.
Let's go back.
There we
to
go.
this. Here we
All
are.
right, we're back again.
I hope you enjoyed that. We couldn't hear it, but I hope you heard something.
Maybe we can actually come up with little breaks
I know.
we look and search for other things to play.
That would
No,
be a
actually.
that would be a good idea,
Normally, we would have a producer, but
right? But we're on our own.
yeah.
Okay.
All right, here
Did
we
you
go.
find what you're? Did you find Carville?
Yeah, you want to? Yeah,
Okay.
you want to hear it?
I can't wait. I love this.
Okay, here's James Carville keeping us updated on what words we can say now streaming. All right.
We hope.
I have a personal message
Yes.
for Donald John Trump. And you sit still, you son of a bitch, when I'm telling you this. I'm going to tell you right where you are, you fat, sorry sack of shit.
Okay.
Love it. I love it.
And that's it.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's fine. That's enough. That's
that's what I'm thinking.
you really are nervous about this somehow.
Well, I am.
You think we're going to get
Here
censored?
I'm
Do you
Mr.
think we're-
Outrageous. I'm the guy everybody
you're
was
Mr.
worried about, you know.
You are Mr. Outrageous.
And I'm sitting here completely freaked out hearing this kind of stuff.
Okay.
All right, why don't we get to the next story here?
Let's
And,
hear it.
And this is Dr. Oz.
Okay.
He thinks Americans aren't working enough. You know how difficult it is to keep finding jobs and losing your job and finding your job and being in unemployment and then going back to a new job and, you know, all of this stuff. I mean, this is the workaday world that average Americans have to suffer through, right? But he doesn't think we suffer through anything at all. I don't know. If we passed Bernie's Social Security bill in 2021,
Yeah.
Musk would have paid $2.9 billion more in taxes. Okay. You following me on this?
You
So
kidding
Bernie's
me?
Social Security bill in 2021 would have made Musk pay $2.9 billion more in taxes. That would have benefited a lot of people. It would have, it really would have helped society tremendously, right? And save Social Security for many, many years to come. But
Yes.
Dr. Oz wants to save it in a different way. He wants us all to work until we drop dead someplace. So
Wow.
let's listen to his advice. This is Dr. Oz, not a doctor.
If we could
All
get
right.
the average American, because they feel healthy, they're vital, they're strong, they have agency over their future, to start working a year earlier, right out of high school, or work a year later, not retire, or work better during their lifetime because they're healthy, it would generate about $3 trillion, $3 trillion to the U.S. economy. That would more than remove the debt. It would provide us unbelievable strength because the taxes on that $3 trillion would allow us to keep Medicare Part A solvent, to make a trust fund. It would allow us to make Social Security healthier, tremendous downstream benefits. But to do that, you actually have to invest in making sure people want to work the extra year.
Jeez, what the hell, man? Work the extra year.
What's he?
You know,
Really?
there are a lot of people in retirement who come out of retirement to continue to work, like us.
Right.
For instance, we were
But
off for a while.
I feel that it's good to be active.
Yes.
For number one. Number two,
So
I
do
need the
I.
money.
But I
So-
but I don't need Dr. Oz telling me to
No.
work a few more years.
Screw him.
Yeah,
Does
go
he know?
away.
I just,
Please go away. but
he
the
makes
worst,
me sick.
the worst advice is telling young guys, or
Yeah.
young women,
Yes.
or high school kids to go out and work. That's what bothers me about his advice. He
Wait,
wants
he's-
people to go out before they graduate
Oh, okay.
to start working
Yeah.
because
Well,
they
what
have
about-
apprenticeship programs now in
Yeah.
these high schools.
Part-time work? No. You don't think that's a good idea for
No,
kids?
they can certainly do it.
Yeah.
But I don't think we have to have Dr. Oz or the government telling us that we need to go out there and work
Right.
early
Right.
to support the Social Security system. This isn't the way you save the program.
No.
All right.
No. You're
might-
right.
You might do something with the payroll tax, maybe increase it just a little bit to help pay for these things. But no, he wants us all to go out working early out of high school. And, here in Wisconsin,
Yeah.
they allowed high schoolers, I believe, I could be wrong on this, but either 15 or 16 years old, they can go out to work and not get their parents' approval to go out to work. They changed it. You had to have a parent's approval,
Okay.
and they removed it for like 17, 15 years. I believe that is in place right now, and it's very strange because parents should have control over their kids while they're in high school.
Well, right.
Go to school, get your education,
Yes.
period. But instead of going out to work, it would be better just to have an education. That's just advice from John and Gordy.
Get that education, kids.
Yeah,
Stay
there
in
you
school.
Now,
Okay.
nothing could be more patriotic, and I think Brendan Carr will probably jump on board here. All right.
Again, yeah.
I want to get to something, we talked about on our show a lot about data centers and how AI is taking over, and it's going to start, taking people's jobs out. I mean,
People
this is,
don't want these data centers in their backyard, though.
Yeah.
They don't want them anywhere near them, right?
That's right.
Most people that are made aware that there plans for these are
Yes.
objecting to these plans. So what are we going to do about it?
Well, in Congress, there's a lot of people on board on both sides of the aisle in regards to making these data centers pay for their own energy, not to raise the bills of anybody in those communities where those data centers are located.
Makes
So they
perfect
want
sense to me.
And not only that, believe this or not, and I'm
Yeah.
still stunned by this, Trump is on board. So, I don't want to give him too much credit for anything, but there you go. He is on board with that. Make these people pay. After all, these are the billionaires that are asking for a handout from local communities and get their energy bills increased by so much. It's ridiculous. I mean, we have already seen an incredible increase in heating bills
Right.
because of the price of natural gas. Went up tremendously, added about $100 to my heating bill, and a lot of
Yes.
people are experiencing the same exact thing.
Same with mine.
Yeah.
And I have an average 2-bedroom apartment, more than $200 for
Right.
electric and everything else that goes with that. I think
Now-
water is in there too, but
My wife had seen a Facebook post where somebody was complaining about their energy bill going up by $100.
yeah.
And the response was ridiculous from a lot of megas and maybe bots, but they were saying, well, just lower the temperature in the house. I live with a temperature of 59 degrees. I'm thinking, no, I have a house for a reason to shelter me from the cold,
Oh yeah, put on another sweater.
Yeah.
What do you wear a parka
ridiculous.
around the house?
Doesn't
What?
make any sense at all.
No, you can't do
Yeah,
that.
I mean, you
What's the
you
matter
do
with
have a
these people?
furnace. You've got a house that you can heat.
Right.
Don't tell people to wear a lot of clothes.
It's not going to solve the problem.
No, that it really isn't it. So that's ridiculous. And the prices are going right through the roof, even though maybe gasoline prices are going down
Yeah.
and people can't afford gasoline for their vehicles now.
Uh-huh.
But anyway, I want to get to a tech CEO.
Okay.
What is that?
We have a comment coming in because we have been live on Facebook
Yes.
on my page, on the Gordy Young page. So
No one cares about me, but
I had to
no,
pick
you
a
set
page.
up all. You
There's
set up
another
everything.
there's another Facebook page, our John and Gordy Facebook
Yes.
page, the Media World Facebook page, but we have to put it here
That's great.
first,
That's great stuff.
and then we migrate it over to the other pages.
Do you have
but-
that comment?
Oh yes,
Or
the
you see them
comment
typing.
from our friend Doug Normington
Ah,
says you guys lost your. He was talking about us being fresh, right?
yes.
And how
Yes.
that's the new trend over at the old place.
At the
Gotta
old
be
place,
fresh.
Civic Media wants to have fresh voices.
And Doug says you guys lost your jobs because you're not fresh. Oz does not address that. He says Dr. Oz should have addressed that.
The freshness.
The
factor,
freshness
right?
of John and Gordy.
Yes.
Yeah, he doesn't.
He-
We're
he
not
really
on
should
his
have.
radar.
He really should have included that in the fact that he is encouraging people to just keep working.
Well,
But do you have the freshness to keep working? And I think that Doug's got a great point.
Well, elder people should keep working if they want to keep working, even if they qualify for Social Security. If they
Yeah.
want to keep active and
Mhm.
working, there's nothing wrong with that.
Right.
But but if you lose your job as an elder person, there's no really a senior. I don't know what's a good
A
word.
senior.
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 But you want to keep working like us.
Yeah.
We're on unemployment now.
Yes.
I mean, I haven't been on unemployment for years.
I can't remember the last time I was on unemployment, but they really have made it difficult to get.
It's not easy.
They harass you constantly and tell you you've not filled out your forms correctly, even though you have.
Well, yeah, that's you have to have the right forms and you have to fill them out correctly.
And I mentioned this too. Actually, I called up workforce development.
All
And
right,
I talked to a person over there and I said, it seems kind of ridiculous when you have seniors
right.
being required to apply for 4 jobs a week.
It does seem a lot.
Yeah, just that alone is tiring enough for those seniors.
I mean, you can only apply at so
Yeah.
many Walmarts to be the greeter at the door.
Right, exactly.
You can do that once, and it's like, well, where are they going to send you?
Well, they want people to kind of, apply for the jobs where it's more menial. You're
Right.
doing hard work.
Well,
You're
hard
breaking
labor.
things down. You're
Yeah.
doing things
Too old for that crap.
for all these companies, to set up shop. It's just ridiculous. We can't do that stuff anymore.
They should give seniors a break.
They
on
should.
unemployment. Just sign up.
Maybe one
We'll give you some money.
job search
Yes.
a week, right?
Right.
You know,
Wow. Or
even that's tough.
it is. I know.
Boy, if you sign up for Indeed,
Yes. Then what happens?
you get 80
You-
emails a day.
In your email. Yes. That's crazy.
All these suggestions, I
Yeah.
don't want their suggestions. I just want to go there, look at what they got,
Right.
and go from there.
Same thing with ZipRecruiter, any of the other LinkedIn. I don't know. You get all these emails coming in. It's too much.
But here's the thing, and this leads perfectly into what you're working on right now, and that
What's
is donate to John and Gordy's Media World.
That's right. Very soon we're going to have a
Yeah.
tip jar.
A tip jar. That's
Yeah.
all we're asking for.
Yeah, we'll just have it somewhere on the main page at johnandgordy.com,
That's
and you can toss in a couple of bucks
That's
or
right. Picture
whatever you
us
want to
on
do.
on the sidewalk in downtown Madison on State Street,
Right? Yeah.
and we're begging for
We got cardboard signs with crayon
Yes,
markings on them
yes,
that you
yes.
can't read.
and you're strumming on your
on my guitar. Yeah. Yeah. Bring your banjo.
My
Yeah,
banjo
that would
guitar.
be fun. Yeah.
I could play that.
Right. So you got anything else you want to toss out there today?
Yes.
We're kind of getting
I
into
would
the
actually-
home stretch here.
This is kind of crazy because I
What's
was
that?
leading up to
Oh.
the tech CEO who's worried about AI and the Constitution. This is Anthropic's CEO Dario Omadi. I
Okay.
believe he explains his refusal to back down to the Pentagon. The Pentagon wants certain things, and he is not on board with that. He's resisting it. He explained his deep concerns over autonomous drone swarms and mass surveillance from those drone swarms.
Okay.
Okay.
Mass
So this
swarms.
is, yeah. So let me just get this ready here for
All
you,
right.
since I'm my own producer.
Okay.
Oh boy, it's my
Please
fault
stand
too.
by.
Here we go. This is
That's
Anthropic.
one reason why
Okay.
I'm worried about the autonomous drone swarm, right? So, the constitutional protections in our military structures depend on the idea that there are humans who would, we hope, disobey illegal orders. With fully autonomous weapons, we don't necessarily have those protections. But I actually think this whole idea of constitutional rights and liberty along many different dimensions, can be undermined by AI if we don't update these protections appropriately. So, think about the Fourth Amendment. It is not illegal to, put cameras around everywhere in public space and, record every conversation. It's a public space. You don't have a right to privacy in a public space. But today, the government couldn't record that all and make sense of it. With AI, the ability to transcribe speech, to look through it, correlate it all, you could say, oh, there's this, this person is a member of the opposition. This person is expressing this view, and make a map of all 100 million. And so, are you going to make a mockery of the Fourth Amendment?
So that's a really great point. I've got more here on that.
Okay. Yeah.
But I think he's really, really got a fantastic point. He does not want to be a part of any kind of surveillance system of American citizens, and the Pentagon, the War Department, wants him to do something like that. I don't know where this is going to go. The decision is to be made today.
Really?
So we'll see if he sticks to all of this. Well, let's continue.
And who is this
By
again?
the
Oh, again, this is Anthropic CEO
Okay.
Dario Omadi. Okay, let's check.
technology, finding kind of technical ways around it, and so again, if we had the time, and we should do this, we should try to do this, even if we don't have the time. Is there some way of reconceptualizing constitutional rights and liberties in the age of AI? Like, we don't need to write a new constitutional, but
But you have to do this very
do
fast.
we expand the
Right.
meaning of the Fourth Amendment? Do we expand the meaning of the First Amendment?
There you go.
Hmm.
So
Okay.
I would have to say that he's suggesting guardrails,
Right.
and we have talked about this on the radio show a long time ago. But if and when the internet started, there should have been some guardrails put in place, just like over-the-air broadcasting had
Right.
guardrails put in right away.
It seems reasonable.
Now they're outmoded as far as
Right.
over-the-air transmission. It really those rules and regulations shouldn't be there anymore because now
Right.
everybody's kind of moved over to streaming.
But if you put guardrails in, who's gonna be the committee that decides what's good and what's not? What's good for AI, or what, how do you control it? Who's really in charge?
Well, I think that's just going to be up to politicians, right?
Yeah, well,
So I at least somebody's responsible. And
yes.
if it's a politician, an elected official, then we can always vote those people out, or the administration out there controls those particular departments.
maybe it needs to be something similar to the FCC commission, but truly, fair
Fair.
and not political at all.
we can dream on.
Yeah,
can't
good
we?
luck with
Yes.
that.
Okay. Now I have another comment, and he's warning about AI in general. This is Anthropic CEO.
About some of the things that are more like in the kind of public awareness and the actions of wider society. It is surprising to me that we are, in my view, so close to these models reaching the level of human intelligence, and yet there doesn't seem to be a wider recognition in society of what's about to happen. It's as if this tsunami is coming at us, and it's so close, we can see it on the horizon, and yet people are coming up with these explanations for, oh, it's not actually a tsunami, it's that's just a trick of the light, like it's some, and I think along with that there hasn't been a public awareness of the risks, and therefore governments haven't acted to address the risk. There's even an ideology that we should just try to accelerate as fast as possible,
Right.
which I understand the benefits of the technology. I wrote Machines of Loving Grace, but I think there hasn't been an appropriate realization of the risks of the technology, and there certainly hasn't been action. So I would say that the technical work on controlling the AI systems has gone maybe a little better than I expected, and kind of the societal awareness has gone maybe a little worse than I expected. So I'm about where I was a few years ago.
All right. Now, I don't want everybody to just be depressed as hell after listening to something like that.
No.
I did read a story where one CEO said that they made tremendous amount of firings
Okay.
at their company because of AI. They really thought AI would kind of replace all these jobs. I think it was
Yeah.
maybe 2,000 or 3,000 people. And they realized after about a year that they needed those people back because AI made a lot of mistakes. They didn't exactly think like a human would think and take care of the problems that AI was dependent on trying to do for the company. So they went back and they're hiring a lot of the people back or rehiring. So, it's something maybe, that we should be aware of, but we're kind of rushing ahead into this thing,
Yes.
So let's get into another one. This is about job losses, okay? And we were just talking about it. Listen to this.
You've said AI could wipe out half of all entry-level white-collar jobs and spike unemployment to 10 to 20% in the next 1 to 5 years.
Yes,
That's shocking.
That is the future we could see if we don't become aware of this problem now.
Half of all entry-level white-collar jobs.
Well, if we look at entry-level consultants, lawyers, financial professionals, many of kind of the white-collar service industries, a lot of what they do, AI models are already quite good at, and without intervention. It's hard to imagine that there won't be some significant job impact there. And my worry is that it'll be broad and it'll be faster than what we've seen with previous technology.
And it could be. Again, it's kind of wait and see.
Yeah.
That's what my relatives at Christmas said about Trump becoming president again. We'll just wait and see.
It's all wait
Of course,
and see.
I started sweating profusely at the table.
Yeah, he passed out.
guys-
It was
you
a
guys-
real scene.
Yeah, I know. You guys didn't really vote for Trump, did you?
Well,
I think one of my brothers did, but
yeah.
I don't think it's going well, and I haven't rubbed it in.
Oh.
Okay.
What are you waiting for next Christmas?
Yeah.
See what
next
happens?
Christmas, we'll see what happens. But
After
boy,
the,
oh boy.
After the next election.
But again, got to hand it to Dario Modi from Anthropic. He's the CEO there, and he's really concerned about this, and we'll see what his decision is in regards to that. And maybe Anthropic won't be part of the Pentagon's plans after this.
Perhaps. I know they have They have a great AI system called Claude.
Claude.
That's part
exactly.
of it. Have
Well,
you used that?
That's it. That's Claude.
That is Claude.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, that's really good, actually. I've used several times.
Right.
It's great.
But he doesn't want it surveilling people for the Pentagon.
I understand. I get that.
But somebody might take his place
well,
with their
right.
AI system.
Yeah, maybe so.
So this is not good, right?
No, it's not.
All right.
Time marches on.
We're agreed on that one, right?
Okay.
Okay. Now here's one of the things that occurred to me the other day, and I've got to get it out there because I think because there's a lot of talk about the elections being stolen and rigged, right?
Right.
I thought, geez, if the Democrats actually did pull this off, if they were able to do this,
do what?
Rig the elections so Trump would lose. If they were able to pull this off, Gordy,
they can't do it.
Here's the thing.
What?
Here's the thing.
Okay.
Isn't it amazing?
Yeah.
How no one has leaked that information from the Democratic Party. No one has leaked the information or the paperwork to steal and rig the elections. How is that even possible?
Don't even.
I don't know. I mean, maybe I'm just revealing too much here.
Don't say anymore.
Here, let's listen to Trump, I think, explaining this thing.
If that election, if it wasn't rigged, it was a rigged election by millions and millions of votes. The guy that never left his basement, it was all run by crooked people. COVID was a little bit of a shield.
We're in the basement right now.
Is that a bad thing?
Well,
I guess
don't
for
know.
him.
I mean, we're controlling the elections from here, Gordy, and now they
We had a
know.
lot of things going on.
Yeah.
But it was rigged by millions of votes. We did great in that.
See,
what did he just reveal there?
Millions of people have rigged the election, and yet again, I ask the question: how has it been that we haven't leaked that information yet?
Don't know.
Okay, let's hear what else he had to say.
Okay.
If that election wasn't rigged, every single one of the people in this room right now would not be here. You'd be home with your son, daughter, family.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't understand.
What's your point? He's rambling
so
again.
He would have been he would have been president the second time, and then now we'd be under a different president.
Oh, I see. Okay, that's okay.
That is really obscure, isn't it? Well, a long way around that one.
Yes. Grandpa needs to take a nap.
Oh, I think so. Yes.
Okay. Well, you know what? I think
we better wrap it up.
The old clock on the wall. So maybe that's what we need here is an old clock on the wall. And then we'll know that, it's about time to wrap it up for today.
That's right. This is, again, a Friday, February 27th, if you're marking it on your calendar.
Yeah. What do you think? Should we do a show on Monday?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
We're going to have to do a show then.
And now that we know that we'll be live on Facebook,
yes,
you'll be able to check it out.
And just
we'll give you a heads up on Facebook, ahead of time.
Yes.
Like
so
an hour
you can
ahead
tune
of
in.
Yeah.
And, of course, you can always pick it up on some kind of podcast.
Yes, we're on Apple Podcasts, we're on Spotify, we're on iHeart, all the biggies. So if you like podcasts, just look to wherever you're getting your podcast and look for John and Gordy's Media World, and you can find us there. You can always just go to johnandgordy.com, start there. You can see some old videos, some new videos that we're putting out now, and all kinds of fun stuff.
And better things are going to come too. We're going to be using, instead of the audio clips that we're playing here, we'll have video clips instead.
Right. Yeah.
And we haven't figured out the technology yet here.
Well, I was thinking we could get somebody like Jay Rath he could draw pictures and then show them. Well, like a quick drawing of, the sound cuts while the person.
Remember those rapid artists that were on TV back in the 50s and 60s?
Those were the days. Huh?
Oh, I love that stuff.
Okay. Don't forget, go to johnandgordy.com. That's the place to go. And you can start there and find all of our stuff. Okay. And that's just about going to do it as soon as I find the right thing to punch here.
Yeah.
I go there.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to hit this in a moment. So,
all right. So
thanks for joining us.
Yes.
Talk to you on Monday.
All right.
John, have a good weekend.
And
got
same
big
to
plans?
you, my friend.
Okay.
I don't have plans.
Okay. All right.
All right.
Take care, everybody.
See you later.
So long.
Gorgeous.
Wonderful. That's a wrap.
That is a wrap. Good stuff, man.
Sure.